Today I will be testing a product made by Nahla Pure, and if you've seen some of my previous videos, you will know I like my water filters. You drink a lot of water here, maybe not directly as water, but I go through at least 2 or 3 pots of tea a day, maybe a couple cups of coffee, always making something for the boys, cooking, so on and so forth. So I'm tired of changing filters. You have the faucet mount filters, and those are just a pain in the butt, such as like the Pure. You got to replace the mechanism that goes on the faucet yearly. They just wear out, break, and fall apart due to the cheap materials. Or the water pitchers, which are nice, but they take so long to filter, and then you have to place the filters in them, which are a fortune. So Nahla Pure contacted me and wanted me to give their Direct Connect Sink Filter Max a try. Now this is good for up to 3 years and 10,000 gallons of water. That is a lot of water, and it comes with pretty much all the hardware you need. You got your filter and hoses. Nice hoses. Even have the Teflon tape already on there for you, the thread seal tape. So it's basically, you just screw the bugger on and you're good to go. Simple. Has the wall mount bracket, so you can attach it to the rear, the wall underneath your sink. Why am I even putting that on? I should attach it to the wall first. Duh. And your instructions tells you what to do. Now it should direct connect to pretty much any sink setup with the existing hardware. You may need to buy different, go to the hardware store and get a hose adapter if you have a strange or odd sized sink connection. But well, why don't we take a look underneath my sink. It's not pretty in there. I've already moved out as much as I could, and see about connecting this up. It's pretty simple, straightforward, and shouldn't take too long. Basically, looks like all I need is maybe I could use just a couple of pliers to get this done. It should take like just a couple minutes. So let's take a little stroll inside my sink cupboard. Step 1 is first make sure you have everything that's included, which is the filter, the 2 hoses, and the wall clip. You're going to need it says you'll need a pen, wrench, or I guess pliers, and a screwdriver. Screwdriver is to attach the wall mount to the wall. Step 2, write installation date on the filter, because you'll probably end up forgetting. So I wrote mine right on the top. It's October 5th, 2015. Step 3, turn off the water. So find your cold water valve. This is my hot, this is the cold. So I'm going to turn off my cold water. And what I found after doing that, because there's still going to be water pressure in the line, turn on your faucet and it'll release that pressure. It won't be much, but get a little bit out. It's better than getting sprayed. And I leave that on for a few seconds. Shut it off. So we got cold water off. Step 4, disconnect. Now I have a dishwasher, so there are 2 pipes coming off. Let's turn that light up a little brighter. There we go. There are 2 pipes coming off my cold water supply. I got dishwasher and sink. Now I don't want to use the filtered water for the dishwasher, that's kind of a waste, so I'm just going to disconnect the sink connection and connect it to the sink. Now since I have For some reason my sink or faucet has a 1-inch connector, so I actually have a 3/8 to, or excuse me, a 1/2 inch. So I have a 3/8, which is what the filter is set up for, to 1/2 adapter hose, stainless steel adapter hose. So what I am going to do is I'm going to reuse that hose. So I'm only going to need one of the included hoses instead of both. So I have the, I'll just set the other one aside and grab, let's see what we got here. And I've got my towels down already. And now you will have some water leakage when you take this apart because there's still water in that line going up to the faucet. Step number 5 is going to be connect the provided hose to the faucet supply line. But since I will be reusing, so that would actually be this line right here. But since I'm going to be reusing that one, since it's an adapter line, you might not need everything that the kit provides, but they got it anyways, just in case you do. So this is actually going to connect straight to the water filter, but you may, if you go the way I had to, you can take the included brass adapter off the extra hose, which is what I will be doing. So I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to, now the filter is labeled inlet side and outlet side. Outlet goes to the faucet. So I'm going to remove the little plastic plug. And then I'm going to put the adapter for it that I took off of the extra hose and gently install it into the filter. Don't want to do it too tight, just enough to make a nice snug connection. And then I'm going to attach that. Remember, I told you there's going to be a little water leakage. That's why we got some towels down. If you want to get it all out once it's disconnected, you can open your faucet up and it'll all drain right out. A little more than I was anticipating. Screw that on there by hand and give it about a quarter to half turn to make it a nice snug seal. Now I'm going to connect the hose from the water supply side. Or excuse me, I'm going to connect the hose to the supply side of the filter. Remember, remove the little blue plug again. Now that the hose is connected to the inlet side of the filter, now I can connect it to the main water line. Remember, don't over tighten. You want nice and snug so that you don't have any leaks, but don't over tighten. And that's it. The filter is now connected. Next step is going to be install the wall mount. So here is where your screwdriver comes in handy. Screw goes down into here. And you can install either vertically or horizontally. I'm going to go, I think I'm going to do diagonally. The filter is now secured to the wall. Everything's connected up. Next step is to check for water leaks. Now that the filter is mounted, all connections are done, time to turn on the water. And just want to keep an eye open. Make sure you don't see any leaks. And then turn your faucet. The faucet is real low. You might hear some gurgling. The gurgling would be air coming out of the line that is in there, either for the filter from factory or for the lines, just whatever's drained out. Looks good. No leaks. Now you can enjoy nice clean water without one of these worthless units, pure units that are faucet mounts that have a habit of breaking, like this one has, and expensive cartridges. Forget that, it's a thing of the past. Now just turn on your water, put that glass under there, and enjoy nice clean water. Well, I guess I won't have to sit around and wait for one of these to filter my water anymore. And I can finally get rid of this expensive piece of junk. These things, you gotta replace them yearly. Not just the filter, but they're so faucet mount ones are so poorly built, they just don't last. And I worked it out for 10,000 gallons that the Nahla filter does versus the 100 gallons per filter that the Pure does. It would take 100 Pure filters at a cost of over $1,400. Now I based that on $14 per filter, which is what I get them at when they were on sale for the Pures, or looking around, and then I'd have to stock up. Full price, you can pay quite a bit more than that. So you'd save $1,400 by getting the Nahla sink filter than you would this Pure. The zero water filters, those weren't much cheaper either. Those were about 14 bucks, 14 to 15 a piece at Walmart. Problem with the zeros though is they're only rated for about 40 gallons. So you're looking at more around $2,900 worth of water filtration. And you gotta sit, and it's like watching grass grow. So I thought that was kind of an interesting little bit. Now they were kind enough to send some promotional coupon codes if you are interested in purchasing one. You can find that in the information box right below this video, the description box. It is a limited time promotion, so if you are looking for a filter, I already know, I've already talked to a few other viewers, and they're actually, a couple of them were actually looking for water filtration. Now, one thing I will note is while I installed the filter to do just the tap, so I can get rid of this ugly monstrosity, my water here is fairly soft, so I didn't even bother. I didn't want to waste it on the dishwasher. However, you can connect it so you can do your dishwasher too. Help your dishes come out a little more spot free. And let's see. Any other things to make note? Just to go over some of the product information that they had sent with the box. It removes chlorine, lead, and heavy metals. Awesome. Tastes better, better coffee, because you're getting rid of all those chemicals that you don't want in your water. Your coffee can taste like coffee. I know I've tasted it before. Go somewhere, specifically my parents just don't believe in using water filters, and they have heavily chlorinated water, and their coffee tastes like someone tossed a chlorine tablet in there for a swimming pool. Well, it cleans better, so no more watermarks on your dishes. So if you're hand washing with the sink or have it connected up to your dishwasher, I guess that means you can get rid of that jet dry. I don't need that anymore. Better skin that's more soft and supple. I already mentioned 10,000 up to 10,000 gallons, depending on how bad your water is, and they say 3 years, 0 maintenance. So it's installed. That's it. Come back in 3 years. So find that little 3-year egg timer and set it and forget it. Now, the Nahla Pure also comes with premium hoses, and they have the brass fittings for the interconnections as well. And it is the 3/8, yes, 3/8, which is the standard size for most of your sinks. Now, if for some reason it does not have the, sometimes different manufacturers sometimes might make something a little different, or just have some, depending on what functions or features, higher end ones, so on and so forth. You can pretty much pick up these adapters at any hardware store if you need. They're really cheap. But the hoses are a nice touch, as these will save you a lot of hassle and a lot of money, and they're good quality ones as well. All in all, if I wasn't shooting a video at the same time as putting this in, installation for most people should take you about 5 minutes if you've ever done plumbing in your life before. If you haven't, I would say maybe 10 minutes. It's that simple. Just even if you don't know what you're doing, take your time. And I guess the biggest tip I can give you is don't over tighten. Now, like I said, there is a discount code that will be in the bottom of this of the video below. Nahla Pure has been kind enough to provide a second filtration unit for me to run a contest for my viewers. Now, for my regular viewers, the contest will be held this Friday. The details will be held this Friday on my weekly status update, news update, and the winner will be announced the following week. So be sure to tune in at that time, and the details for the contest will be on that. I'm still working out the final details on how I'm going to do the contest, but I think we'll do a drawing of some sort. So tune in on episode 6 of my weekly, or episode 6 of my weekly vlog, and we'll get you set up for that. Otherwise, great filter, water tastes great, and enjoy. Smile, cheese.